I'm live. The hell is this? Netflix. I swear, every single week, Netflix has a new series that they push hard as fuck. As soon as you open Netflix, you'd be like, what the hell is this? Why is it already playing? They autoplay the shit. Hi, Real Trini. Hi, Just Nickel. Hi, Ebony. How are you doing, Real Trini? How are you feeling? Feeling good? This autoplay is a trip. Hi, Sam. Hi, Deja. Hi, Line 10 Minute. Black American is coming back tomorrow. Woo! This is like a zombie cartoon zombies. Netflix is doing a lot. I did like their Turbo animated series though. I did think that was cute. I like Turbo. The Last Kids on Earth. This shit's been on for like 7 minutes already. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi, Niall. Hi, Brooke. What's up? So we're doing, I think, episode 8 today of Umbrella Academy. And then next week we're doing a double feature, 9 and 10 to finish. And then the week after that is October. Woo! Hi, Razy Random Girl. What's up? I was on time today. Hi, Sponge Dommy. Did anybody see It Too? Has anybody seen that? I have not seen it. I am not feeling it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I feel like I have to watch it because I reviewed the first one, but I don't want to. It looks dry. Hi. Oh, hi. I see you. Haven't caught the last few. Unfortunately, glad you're able to catch it today. I'm glad you're able to catch it today, too. You saw it? You thought it was meh? Raise your random girl. You saw it, Sponge Dom, you thought it was weird? I'm pretty sure I'm going to see Ad Astra, though. Even though I have no idea what it's about. But I'm probably going to watch it. I have read the book. I've read the book. I have read the book. And my friend that I went to Six Flags with when I went to Six Flags last week, my friend has also read the book, and my friend is also like a big Stephen King fan and really didn't like It Too, like at all. And said like if you've read the book and if you're familiar with the book, that it's like annoying. I don't know though. I have no idea. Found some other film suggestions to add to the list for October. Cool beans. Last year I had a lot of fun. Like we did Sugar Hill last year, and I think last year we did some really cool movies. We did The Girl with All the Gifts. You guys know I love October. I love Halloween. I just saw it today. It was weird. The book is long, but it reads fast. Hi, Leah. I see you. Oh, the movie was all over the place. Hi, Nelson. I saw it. There was a lot of low-key shade towards fat people. Oh, really? Hi, Mar. Real Trini, I'm okay. I've been busy with work and other stuff in a while. I was available for music. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it today, Real Trini. It's good to see you. Hi, Deadly Gamer. You did super chat. Thank you. Oh, it was? Okay, don't give no spoilers. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see it. We did Demon Knight, yes. Hi, the boy in blue. How are you doing? How's your stuff with your mom and stuff? See Ad Astra, saw it in IMAX, was amazing. Simple story, but breathtaking. Oh, the pacing of It Too was off. I believe it. Hi, JJ. Brooke. Never read the book, but I like the original miniseries on TV. I did like the first It, but I had issues with what they did with the only black character in the movie. Yes, and in the book, the black character is like really, really, really important. And I heard that in this second movie that came out, they sort of gave his part to somebody else, which I don't know how I feel about that. That's not what's up. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Ori. We just started. We've only been on 5 minutes. I was on time. I was like super on time today. So we're doing Umbrella Academy episode 8. I haven't started yet. We're chatting before we start a little bit because I was on time, which means I was early because I know I'd be late. So we've only been on 5 minutes. Hi, Adrienne. Haven't seen you in a while. School's been crazy. Yeah. Oh, so what they did was trash? Yeah, no. I don't think I'm going to see it. I don't know. I'm definitely going to watch Ad Astra first. And I don't know. I'll probably see Ad Astra tomorrow. Maybe I'll sneak into it. I used to do that all the time when I was younger. Like when I had days off from like school, I would like go to the movies and I'd pay for one and then I'd see like 3 more. Oh, thievery. I watched the It miniseries, wasn't scared, saw the remake scene where Georgia gets eaten. I was like, nope. Yes, I can't wait to see the Joker movie too. I think it's going to be really good, Ebony. Yeah, sneak in. I still sneak into movies. I think it sounds interesting. You have $5 movies. I have I think it's Regal. Is Regal the one that on Tuesdays they give, or Thursdays? It used to be either Tuesdays or Thursdays. They used to give $6 movies. I want to say it was Regal because I used to go to the one in Whitestone in the Bronx. I used to go every single week. And like, wow, she did. She called you. She heard me talking about her. Her ears start burning. Good. I'm glad. The Boy in Blue. That's good. Hi, TB. AMC does $5 Tuesdays. Sneak in is too expensive. We have $5 movies. Love Brad Pitt. Yes, can't wait to see the Joker movie. Did that with my dad. We paid to see Red Tails and snuck in to see something else. I used to do it all the time. All the time. School's been hectic, but it's okay. Managed to do all your work early for a change, and that's why you're here. Woo! Congratulations. Is it, it gets like bigger and smaller. Bigger and smaller. Shrinkage and based on if I've washed it, if I've detangled it. I washed it yesterday and I actually detangled it. So a lot of the times I'd be mad lazy and I just like detangle a little bit and I'd be like, fuck it and go because I'm lazy. Oh man, I used to be the queen of taking in food to the movie theater. Man, I would take home meals. I would take a big bag. We would take Chipotle. We used to take Chipotle in all the time, like a whole entire meal, or like Popeyes, and just be in there like munching, sipping, watching TV. Like I was going to say, watching TV, watching the movie like as if we were at home. I haven't done that in a long time though, because I just haven't felt like it. I liked Red Tails. I thought Red Tails was good. I enjoyed it. Raise Your Random Girl said, was Red Tails as good as Tuskegee Airmen? You gonna watch yours after Bees Bake? I'll start in 1 minute. It's Umbrella Academy episode 8 today. And then we're gonna double feature next week, 9 and 10. And then October. Aside from popcorn, I mostly bring stuff in my bag. I brought Wendy's last time I went to the movies, a whole 4 for $4 meal. I used to take Wendy's in the movies all the time. Hi, Vans. Hi, Van Shoes. Hi. Hi, Stud. I take a whole dinner into the movies. I don't care. I'm not paying $10 for a popcorn. Psst, man, I used to take Wendy's all the time, and I used to take Chipotle all the time. Chipotle, like, was the first thing that came to mind because I used to take Chipotle, like, regularly because there was a Chipotle right near the movie theater. So I would go to Chipotle, and then I would, like, put it in a plastic bag so it wouldn't smell. And then I'd, like, put it in my bag, and then I'd put, like, all my stuff. I had, like, a big, like, tote bag. And then I put all my stuff on top. Walk in. You worked at Chipotle? Wendy's is delicious. Been planning so much witchery for October. What is hula hands? What is hula hands? What is that? Hit Applebee's and get that plate right in, right? You hit up the food spot before, and then you go to the movies. I used to take McDonald's with my sister. That loud ass plastic container. Yes. And when you bring in outside food and you have all the containers and stuff, and when people can smell it, they be turning around to look like, I know you didn't bring Chipotle in here. Like, yes, I sure did. But you know, part of the reason why I feel like I stopped taking food into the movies was because I started going to this movie theater that you could have, like, you could order the food in there. There was, like, they had put one of those theaters by where I used to live. And it, like, I used to start going, like, to that one. Because I remember when I seen Maze Runner Scorch Trials there, I had, like, a whole dinner. And they served alcohol, too. So I had, like, a whole meal and I had a drink. And it was, like, they had the nice recliner seats, too. I started going to those type of movies more often, and I think that's how I like got out of the habit of like taking food. And like then like more and more theaters started letting you, even if you weren't couldn't eat, a lot of theaters now they have a bar. So you can like take beer, you can take a glass of wine, you can take a drink. After that it was like, oh, all I need is alcohol. Like, you've been to some of those theaters, they're fun. I like them. That's a $70 date. The food is expensive, but it's nice. No, I was I wouldn't go. I wasn't going by myself. I'd go with somebody else and we'd split it. Movies having real food now is killing me. I spent like 150 on a date. Wish I could go to a drive-through theater. They don't have any where you live. I know there's only a few left. The dine-in movies. Movies know how to get that money. It does the convenience. It's like the convenience is so good. And when they started serving alcohol too, that was how they got me. Cause like I wasn't taking my own bottles into the movie theater. Cause if you get caught with food, it's one thing. If you get caught with like alcohol, it's something else. Oh look, Marcus was about that life. Me and my friend would bring wine bottles to the movie. No, I never took alcohol. Been to 2 of those movie theaters. It's real nice. I go to the drive-in. Those are the fancy ones. Hi, Justin. Dine-in movie theaters are a damn thing. The only thing I go to anymore, Alamo Drafthouse or Movie Tavern. Right, like they're more expensive, but it's like worth it. And I also started going to a theater that, even though the theater itself, so the dine-in theater, they have like the screen like in the chair, and you can like order food and like order refills and stuff. But then there was another movie theater that I started going to that had a restaurant. I had a restaurant like in the front of the theater, like attached to the theater. And even though they didn't bring you your food in, you could take your food in. So like you could order food at the restaurant and then you could like take it, as long as you ordered it at like their restaurant, you could like take it in with you. It was just a convenience. I guess they realized like people are bringing food in anyway. They obviously want to like eat food while they watch the movie. So the theaters like caught on and started like supplying instead of you bringing in your own shit from outside. And that theater, the one that had the restaurant attached, I think that was like a Regal or something. So, but you could still like bring the restaurant food in, even though the movie ticket was only like $6 or $7. So it was like a good deal. It was like a good trade off. So I started going to that one too. Let me catch up on some of these comments and then we'll start. Dine-in movies are damn near the only thing I go to anymore. Alamo Drafthouse or Movie Tavern. When I worked at the movies, I got half off and was living, but I quit my job because I have too many classes this semester. Yes, I also have a friend that used to work at the movie theater and I used to see movies for free all the time. Riverside has drive-ins. The food is expensive at those theaters, but it's good. That's good business. If you drink, you spend more. Yes, it has to be a movie that I really want to see, not just like some bullshit. Oh, let's go catch it. Like I really enjoyed the first Maze Runner, and I was excited for the second one to come out. So that was why I went to that was my first time ever going to one of those dine-in movies, which is why I remember it really well. And I really enjoyed Maze Runner 2, also Scorch Trial. So it was like a really good experience. I was like watching this like really good movie, and I was like ordering my little food. I was like, oh, this is the future right here. But I still like going to the movies. I know a lot of people would be like, you can have that same experience of just like, you watch Netflix at home and you order food. No, it's not the same experience of being in the movie theater. I like to be in the theater. So if I can have the food in the theater, that's what I want. I'm like a moviegoer. The food is lit. I saw The Lion King toasted. Tickets, food, alcohol. It's like $150, especially for 2 people. If you're going to go see a 8 p.m. show and it's $16 a person, that's $32 right there just for the tickets. And then if you also do add on like food and alcohol, it can get expensive very quick. Never been to a drive-in. Hi, I'm good. I love those type of movie theaters. A plate is like $25 and I smoke, so I'm ordering everything. I always wanted to go to a drive-in theater. Drive-ins are life. Cali people, check out Riverside for drive-ins. I'm cheap. I will sneak food in till I die. I love drive-ins. Haven't been to one in years. I've never been to a drive-in theater. I've never been to one. I've only done dine-ins with food. I could use a movie and a drink. This week has been exhausting. Yeah. There is one. There's a black-owned theater that serves food and alcohol in Baltimore. I can't think of what it's called right now, but if you Google it, like black-owned theater in Baltimore, it should pop up. It opened either last year or year before. Okay, I'll check it out. Just Nicole. Queen and the Feast of All Saints. Let me screenshot that. I like the movie theater. It's really comforting and calming to me. Yes, I love movie theaters. It's so easy to overspend on food. Alcohol and food, honestly, are keeping theaters in business. Theaters kill me when they want to assign you seats. Me and a friend went to this theater. When we went to buy our tickets, we had to look at a seating chart and pick our seats. We were forced to sit next to people, and they had the nerve to talk through the movie. I waited 15 minutes if no one else came in, said I'm moving seats, and did just that. I hate those type where you have to like the assigned seats. If it's that kind of theater, you have to buy the tickets like way in advance to make sure you can sit with your like person. Normally those type of movies though, like those type of theaters, I go by myself because I'm not trying to fight somebody over a seat. Matinee all the way. Never been to a drive-in either. I went to a restaurant the other day. A simple plate would have been about $10, but I kept adding shit. Ended up dropping 24. Oh, you like it, Just Nicole? It's good for one person. Not if you're trying to sit together, unless you get the tickets in advance. I actually like assigned seating for the most part because I want to make sure I get a good seat. Oh, of course you're a movie talker, Ebony. Of course. If I'm with somebody that's talking too much, I'll be like, shh. Next Act Cinema? Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna start Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy. I haven't been to that one in Baltimore, but I am gonna go. Episode 8, I heard a rumor. I just pressed play. I'm starting. I have a theater right next to my apartment. They have assigned seating. All the theaters around me are assigned seating. It's kind of cool, but kind of not. You don't think so? Van said, honestly, I don't really think theaters will ever go out of style. In the movie theaters, you get the whole experience, something you can't get at home. You know, I agree. And I don't know. I mean, I get that it's like cool to watch movies at home. Like I said, once they start putting food and stuff in the movie theaters, I've heard people say like you can just stay home and eat food at home and like watch movies at home, but it's really not the same. Like going to the theater, there's something about going to the theater. And when I was like on my road trip to do season 2 of The Black Americans, for example, like I went to a movie in Philly. I went to a couple movies in Philly, and they have this theater there that it's like it was built in the 1920s, and they still have it like in that style with like the curtains, and it's just like it's a whole experience. It's a whole experience, and they have like an orchestra pit, and I think it said that like one Sunday of the month they show films with the orchestra, like so you can like hear the orchestra music. It's just like a whole experience. It's not the same as like being home. It's just not the same as like being at home. They try to make everything seem like it's the same as being home, but it's not. Hi, Jaren. Oh, she's telling her a story about crime fighting. I just get wings and mozzarella sticks. My bill at the dine-ins usually just be around $27, which turns into $35 because I tip good. Her daughter is super cute, rumor. This is the first time I think they've ever shown her. You can straight up tell guest services if people won't stop talking. I know how people feel about snitching, but why spend good money on a movie only for mofos to talk? When I saw Paranormal Activity, that's how it was. Oh, she's about to use her power on her right now. Oh, she's about to do it. No! No! No, she did it. Are they gonna show how people found out that she did it? Oh, he saw her. That's how he saw her. Damn, that's heartbreaking. Well, that's what happens when you're married to a white man. Patrick, I can explain. Oh, she used this shit for everything. That's why she feels guilty. She used that shit for everything. Oh, she was taking advantage. Watching Umbrella Academy. Yes, it is like what Willow did to Tara. That's exactly what it's like. Crazy Kratom Girl, that's exactly what it's like. But I was saying, when I saw Paranormal Activity, oh my god. I tried to see it twice. The first time, some kids started fighting. It was like a huge fight in the front of the theater. This was at motherfucking Whitestone in the Bronx, Whitestone Cinema. All these kids started fighting in the front. We all had to leave. The second time I tried to see it, this girl was talking on the phone through the whole first 20 minutes of the movie. I went to guest services. Yeah, I got my money back both times. And I was like, this girl's like talking on the phone. We can't hear anything. I was like, can I have my money back? They were like, oh, we'll like ask her to leave. I was like, it's already, like, I already missed the first like 15, 20 minutes of the movie. Like, can I have my money back, please? Like, Real Trini said I'd be the colorful commentator for movies. Real Trini and Ebony gonna be in the theater giving us a running dialogue. That's how I talk when I'm at home, but not when I'm like in the theater. No. But I also like going to the movies by myself. I just be sitting there watching, like. Please call the nursing staff. That's why I would like to go a few weeks after the movie comes out, so you could talk. Oh, so they really put his eye out. Depending on the movie, I may talk a lot. I've gotten better at it. I could talk and not care. I mean, I remember when I saw Unstoppable train movie, the theater was totally empty. It was just me and my friend. And we talked in that one, but it was literally just us two. They would not be letting him leave the hospital already if his eye got motherfucking poked out. And he wouldn't be walking. He'd definitely be in a wheelchair. He has this bloody ass shirt on. Right. Like, the doctor has not discharged you. Like, you can't just leave. Alamo Draft House has a strict no talk policy. One warning, then you get kicked out. Hi, Remy. Yes, they definitely died. I knew the one that hit the wall had to have motherfucking died. It's definitely not the same. When I go to the movies, I like to sit by myself. Or if I'm with a friend, get our own space. Having to sit next to some strangers all in my space if you want to talk is a no-go for me. The sound and picture size alone of home versus the theater is a different ballpark. Ugh! Look at Donkey Kong. His arms and chest look horrible. Horror movies in the theater is the best. Hi, Jaren. There are some movies that are just better to see in theaters. Depending on how they were shot, I will always see a sci-fi or space movie in theaters. Yes, just like, oh my god. And she's in bed with him. Does she think this is a costume still? Yeah, you naked. You had the time of your life last night, Luther. Allison's daughter is so cute. Oh my gosh, on your 14th straight day of work? Yeah, I've been that tired, Remy. Surround sound ain't that good at home. What mischief did you get into? Hello. Going to the movies is one of the ways my introverted self can get to be social without being social. Ew, thank you. I'm glad Klaus pointed out the hairiness of it all. Your first time? Oh, it was. Woo! Now you're gonna have to marry her. swear, Klaus is hilarious. Klaus is me. This is exactly how I would react in this situation. Exactly. Like, woo, he popped his cherry. Chop chop. Where were you? Where was I? I think some movies are just better on the big screen. Horror movies in theaters are the best. That was the first time we saw her daughter, not just a photo. Right, Ori? My friends and I are movie talkers. Patrick, I can explain. I'd be pissed off too if I was the dad. I'd be pissed off too. But I feel like if that was like another black parent, they'd probably be like, good, she needed to go to sleep. It's like what Willow did to Tara. I'd make his ass forget too. Shit, the wind blew right. I heard a rumor you forgot you even saw me do that. Bibbity bobbity boo. That shit's like magic. But it is not fair to mess with people's minds with like supernatural shit. Because like what Willow did to Tara was fucked up. And Tara was rightfully upset and humiliated when she found out and betrayed. We're watching Umbrella Academy, episode 8. Talking to the screen. Me and my friend are too. Movie talkers make average movies better. Now, I will talk through like a shitty movie, though. If the movie sucks, I'd be like, oh, this shit is some trash. I don't do a lot of talking through the movie, but my laughter may get out of hand. We go late because my friend be loud as fuck once he start drinking. Yeah, like if you go see like a late show or 10, 11, 12 and you're also drinking, I think that's like a different movie-going experience. And I think the people that are at films that late know. No, Klaus isn't lying. He's telling the truth. Right, he killed himself to get y'all back together. Luther, you don't know what your father would do. He sent you to the moon for no reason. Stop acting like you know everything with your extra big hoodie. Where did he even get this from? He had to get this made. This is like the super big and tall store. Like, look at how big the hood is. It's like this big. I can't believe that Luther took the girl home like there's not a talking monkey walking around dressed in clothes with a cane. And the monkey just said that he knew what happened. Why? He could have been told them that their father killed himself. He could have told them this like 7 episodes ago. What? And they all colluded to do it. The murder mystery. Talk all through the Nick Cage movies, right? I mean, so their dad just knew about everything. Wouldn't it have made more sense? Maybe not, because they hard-headed. I was going to say, wouldn't it have made more sense to try to explain to them? But they hard-headed, so probably not. Fighting, you get your money back. Oh my god, and the way that they started fighting was that it was like 2 groups of kids that I guess maybe their parents must have like dropped them off at the movie. Like 5 or 6 kids sitting on one side and like 4 or 5 kids sitting on the other side. And one of the kids in one of the groups was like talking, and one of the other kids was like, shut the fuck up. But it was, the movie hadn't even really started yet. It was like the trailers, and they were just like laughing and joking around. And one of the kids in the other group was like, shut the fuck up. And then the kid was like, you shut the fuck up, bitch. And then they just went from there, and then they just started fighting right when the movie came on. I was like, come on. I'm trying to see this movie. I wonder if she can use it on people who don't speak English or babies that haven't learned to talk yet. I kind of feel like it's almost like the magic is like behind the words. So she probably can, as long as the intent is there. Damn, kids fighting. I'd be the colorful commentator for movies. The commentary makes it way better. Breaks the tension, especially for horror movies. I can't go to movies with Trini and Ebony. Hi, Gary. Them old dudes from the Muppet. I want my money back. Talking about a film while you're watching it is one thing, but on your phone is offensive. I would have been petty and told guest services that she was bootlegging. Sad, Ellen Page. Now she's even more sad because she killed some people. Girl, if you don't, said Ellen Page. When Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows came out, assigned seating was necessary because folks were fighting over seats. I'm Brenda from Scary Movie. When I went to see Scream 4, I was letting that movie screen have it. Oh my God, Brooke. I love going to the movies by myself, me and my snacks. Creepy Jenkins getting a false eye. I like to feel like I'm in the movie. I get absorbed in it. People talking or laughing obnoxiously will take me the fuck out of it. She doesn't find it weird that all this shit started happening as soon as this nigga popped up in her life. She is oblivious. That's a head injury. Signed the paper, so we're not liable. She was like, this white ass trying to walk out and shit. My mom likes to talk at the movies. I don't talk loud. Some people be wilding out. I want to be able to laugh at a horror movie. Go ahead and roast the axe murder in the theater. What if he dropped dead as soon as he left? They could be sued or held liable. Look at them. How they sitting in traffic? Mocho Jojo had a great night. When you wake up drunk, don't remember what happened. Has Luther never heard of razors? He needs to shave that shit. His body is killing me. We're watching, hi Shem, we're watching Umbrella Academy, season 1, episode 8. I'm at the scene where the donut girl and Hazel are stuck in traffic. 14:35. I'm the movie partner for you. I won't talk loud for the whole theater to hear. Don't be so shy, big guy. I love Klaus. I am Klaus, Razy. Virgin. OMG. Fight him. Why does he have a bald spot on his back? Klaus' reaction to Luther Manape losing his virginity was amazing. I replayed that scene 3 times before continuing the episode. The bell where he was like, woo! That was the funniest part. Oh, it's all the traffic because this is where Vanya killed these niggas. Hi, Kyrie. You did super chat. Thank you. Girl, go ahead and rumor this police officer. I think movies at the theater are just better. I don't know why I got kicked out for a minute. That was weird. Holy shit. You're Allison Hargreaves. The underpaid teachers that rob a bank. Oh my goodness. Can't get enough. If I'm drunk or high, I'll talk during movies. This whole let's not take Klaus seriously shit is getting old. Yes, the super big and tall store, Remy. Talk all through the Nick Cage movies. He's talking about some of the crime scene like she didn't already fucking snatch that scarf down. The first time it happened, Rumor's husband probably was rumored. Then she did it too much. And he might have suspected something, secret camera, and then exposed her ass. Yeah. I would say there's something that I feel like is common in, like, this, like, influence magic and shit, is that, like, over time, people start to realize, like, hold on, some weird shit's happening. When Klaus... Yeah. I think for Willow, it was just... She had a lot of power, and she knew that Tara would not approve of the way she was using the power for personal gain, because all, like, magic has this, like, a lot of, like, this rule about personal gain, and using it just, like, really recklessly and getting, like, hooked on it. And so I think the fact that she was, like, deliberately, like, misleading Tara to, like, continue doing it, there was just, like, some really weird, like, shit about that. It wasn't innocent. It wasn't innocent. It wasn't like some like, oh, I just no. It wasn't. It had I feel like it had malicious intent. I feel like it had malicious intent behind it. It's cuz I mean, it was like a metaphor for like drug addiction, and it's like when you get hooked on drugs and you're like selling shit behind your loved one's back, and you're like coming up with like more and more lies and more lies and trying to like put it on the other person when like you're the one that's like selling the TV for a fix. That's what was like going on. Exactly, Raise a Random Girl. She was acting like Tara was being annoying and was controlling her. Right. But like, no, like you are the one that is fucking hooked on magic and using it for the most simplest shit and putting fucking mind glamours on people. Like, you're the one. I smoked the TV. Dark Willow was sexy. Willow was getting addicted to black magic too. I feel like with Willow it was more of a betrayal of trust. It definitely wasn't innocent. Willow was a magic addict, and then Tara died and she lost her shit. I love Dark Willow. It's what you put out, you get back ×3. Right. And then I felt like Tara dying was just Buffy. We're talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was just like, that's what you get. Fucked up. He's not concerned about Sato and Paige finding her father's book and being like, why the fuck do you have my father's book? Even though he could probably come up with some bullshit ass reason on the spot and she would just go along with it. You know what this storyline kind of reminds me of? That the Netflix show You, where Dan Humphries is a stalker, and at least 3 different times the girl that he was stalking mysteriously ran into him somewhere, and he was like, oh, I'm just here because X, Y, and Z, and she was like, oh, okay. Like, no, he's not. He's not just randomly there. He's following you. Like, he wasn't just randomly at the fucking subway where you happen to fall. He wasn't randomly at the motherfucking Shakespearean convention that you're at with your father that's like not even in New York City. Like, he's not just randomly in these places, bitch. Like, he's stalking you. If I run into somebody too much, I'd be like, are you following me? Like, what the fuck? So now her little repressed memories coming back and shit. Right, like he was stalking you. That's exactly what this shit is. Vanya be finding this nigga in the most random of situations, and she just like buys into the random ass shit that he makes up. You was good. White people will go along with anything. I love you. I am the girlfriend that's warning you that the guy is not good. I loved her friend too. Her storyline like went left though. He was stalking you. This is Norm teaching her about her powers. Right. She doesn't find it odd that he like knows all this shit and he just so happened to pop up in her life. Like, come on, Vanya. Get your life. It looks like she was training with the father pretty late though. Like, so now I'm wondering if Rumor like knew and like had her forget, because she looked pretty old there. I hate this white guy. He's really annoying me. Thank you. Go back to Klaus trying to knit. I appreciate that. I think it's in Rumor's mind, not even so much about the words themselves. Like, would it work on objects, animals, or the deaf? Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's in her mind. It's like the intent. Those guys were violent bullies. I'm not happy they're dead, but I don't feel bad either. Not knowing what I'm watching. Umbrella Academy. No, I want to watch American Horror Story 1984. I want to watch it. I didn't watch the first episode, but I do want to catch it. Sad Ellen Page's life just came alive. She felt like a new being. She acting brand new. What was Agnes doing with that big ass map? 2019. Use Google Maps. I used the map on my road trip. You don't always have service. Sometimes the GPS doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't know where you're going. Sometimes the road is closed, like how the road was closed because Ellen Page killed 2 people, and the GPS like refuses to detour you. So you need, like, it keeps putting you back on the route that it wants you to take, even if it's closed. So you need a map. There's like a lot of reasons why you can use like a physical map. I have one. And it's fucking irritating when you're trying to buy one and you can't find one. And everywhere is like, everyone just uses the GPS on their phones. It's like, yeah, when you're in the middle of Iowa, you have no cell service, you need a map. Like, oh, she blew all this shit up. I'm sure Luther has tried to shave. It probably grows back super quick and he gave up. Oh, wow, she even broke his monocle. She broke all the glass. I try my best to whisper if I have something to say about the movie. But in Avengers Endgame, I was talking so much shit in the theater. Shit took 3 hours to get to the action. She just walked right into the crime scene like, girl, get your ass back. Oh, she can't because the court says if she rumors someone, she can't see her daughter. Right, you're right, just Nicole. I think that Vanya is so trusting to this guy because of how isolated she was throughout her life. How he was one of the only people that liked her and was interested in her. Which is why I said it's ironic. Like, because he's a dick. It's kind of sad, really. Vanya's got the most dangerous powers. I don't speak during films. In 2019, I decided to go to movies by myself. It's way better. It allows me to go see original and independent films. Why can't you see original and independent films with other people? Like, what do you mean? I prefer to see movies by myself, but I'm the only child. I prefer to do most things by myself. Willow was a magic. Oh, I saw that one already. This like wave that she sends out looks like it should make things immediately explode. Look, see, he's like fucking around with her. She's obviously like a Jean Grey, Omega level mutant. Like, you dumbass. These people are stupid. Yeah. Ask yourself, how do you know? Oh my god, this nigga really is Dan Humphreys from You. What? Ellen Page, you are so dumb. You are so dumb, for real. This nigga knows, this nigga has a whole encyclopedia about how your fucking powers work. She said, what? How do you know? I'm guessing. Like, no, he's not, you idiots. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. Right, she was the original Kitty, and this guy is Joe. This is a lot. This is too much. Have you seen this person? Helen Cho, 31. She's in the Creeps fucking attic. Was that the karma? Tara did not deserve that. I think it was. Raise Kratom Girl. This is just like you. You was good. I was not upset when Dark Willow skinned old boy alive for killing Tara. Like Buffy Xander stopped trying to stop Willow from avenging Tara. I wasn't either. He got what he deserved. Why did you hate the personal gain rule? He deserved to be skinned alive. Oh, the flashback was purely for us. She wasn't remembering it. Oh, okay. That could have been edited a little bit better. They did Emily Fields from Pretty Little Liars dirty with that sudden twist. Yeah, they did. Like, the storyline went left, but I enjoyed her character a lot. Woo, get my buzz on. Hi, Chris. She's desperate and lonely. They have this little kid in a bar. How did they even get him in there? And the fact that he continues to wear this uniform, like, makes it even worse. Looks like they just, like, kidnapped him from school. Took him to a bar. Turns out Vanya's boyfriend is a convicted murderer. It is very hard to trust anyone who wears corduroy. She's desperate and lonely. Any type of affection will keep her attention. The dogs call it daddy issues. For real, if... Right! Exactly. You should have led with that, not eased into it. Like, Allison is hanging out with a... Oh, shit. Damn, he pulled the fucking door off. For real, if I could use magic for personal gain, I would have won the lottery. White supremacy would be dying. There'd be anti... I think you meant a different word. And education and healthcare would be free. Oh, the whole business was Agnes's. She wasn't just a waitress. Was that already known? Did I miss that previously? I do have a big ass map. Let me know how was 1984. Yes, gas station. A lot of gas stations don't sell maps anymore. And it's funny because, like, I went to this gas station to get a map, and the girl that was working in there specifically said, she was like, you know, we have people that come in all the time and want maps, and we don't sell them anymore. And she was like, and the reason why we stopped selling them is because they assume that everybody used their phone. She was like, but at least one person comes in every single day looking for a map, and we don't sell them. I was like, that's just ridiculous. Oh, she's gonna blow it up. She's gonna burn it down. Oh, I like this flamingo candle. How would they know if she did the rumor thing? Who's telling? Most people want to go see the promoted films. Oh, okay, which are good, but if it's not promoted, most people don't want to watch, so I go by myself. I see. Well, I don't know. For me, maybe it's a little bit different because a lot of my friends are, like, into film, so I can, like, go see stuff that's not promoted with them. But I see what you're saying. It might be on Hulu, Gary. Still have to watch the past season of American Horror Story. Can't find it anywhere. It's not even on Netflix. I haven't seen any of them, but I love the 1984 billboards and trailers and stuff. So, see, he did. He did hire them to start the fight. He wanted us to rough him up in front of his girlfriend. He paid real good up front. And they did it. Yup. Yup. He did hire them. And they two homies got killed. Yup, that was him. That's a really good guess. She doing all the detective work for your ass. You might as well let her go along with it. I believe the word would be lying. This guy is Joe. He's a major creep. Ellen, is this why you're always sad? Bye, Mar. Yeah, when you go by yourself, the seat assignment shit is cool. It is, Kyrie. He's also taken a lot of sadistic glee towards potentially lethal powers. Not a good sign, Ellen Page. Yeah, no spoilers. Personal gain rule stops or cuts back in Mad Wizards. Hi, Nikki. Sniggle Luther, get over yourself. It looks like a kink, this kid in the shorts. Mm, yeah. So one thing I did like about Buffy was that there was a lot of like dudes that considered themselves to be like nice guys. Like, I'm the nice guy. Like, I'm a nerd. I deserve to get the girl. That got revealed as like fucking assholes and creeps and bastards that like deserved to die and ended up getting what they deserved. Except for Xander, who was like the worst one out of all of them, but like he represented motherfucking Joss. So like mysteriously Xander was like, no, I'm not like the other creepy guy. Like, no, yes, you are. You are exactly like the other creepy guys. Like, Joss, I know that you have a blind spot towards yourself, but you are exactly like the other creepy guys. Like, Xander needs to get what he deserves to. Stop writing plot armor around this man. But he never fucking seemed to understand that, like, Xander was... right, Xander was the worst of the nice guys. Meanwhile, the other quote-unquote nice guys are out here fucking getting skinned alive and, like, this shit's happening and that shit's happening to them. Xander just mysteriously escapes unscathed. Because in Joss's mind, Xander's, like, a real nice guy. No, he's not. This dude on fucking Umbrella Academy is, like, a mix of fucking Xander and fucking Dan Humphries and you. He's, like, the worst attributes of both of them in one character. Xander was a creeper. He was the worst nice guy. I don't know why Cordelia was even down. I heard they were going to kill him in the last season. He was going to be the face of the first. But Xander repping Joss makes too much sense. I never knew that. Yes, he's like the representative of of Joss. Xander is. Remember that time where Xander tried to hex Cordelia to get her to like him again, but it backfired and all the girls got violently possessive of him. When they said Xander was the heart of the group, I rolled my eyes. This guy is basically if Xander had control over Buffy. Yuck. Yes! Sad Ellen Page's boyfriend is like if Xander had control over Buffy. Complex nice guys. How long is he gonna play Vanya? Damn. Xander was in love with everybody too. He was in love with Buffy knowing she was in love with Angel. Then he had a thing for Willow. And then he dated Cordelia, cheated on her with Willow, a mess. Right! Xander was a horrible person! Xander was a horrible person. And then he ended up with Anya, who was way too good for him. And he was still treating Anya like shit all the time for no reason. Like, but Anya fucking gets killed? What? Don't talk to me about the end of Buffy. I'm not going there. I cannot. Right! Exactly, Just Nickel. Don't forget he left Anya at the altar. Like, come on, he broke Anya's heart. And she became a fucking vengeance demon again. Like, come on, like, Xander deserved a horrible fate. But he represented the writer, so... plot armor. I would say that Dawn was the heart of the group. Just Nickel. Dawn or Willow. But I personally would say Dawn. I would say Dawn. This donut lady is so cute. Personal gain was used against Phoebe and they took her powers away. She wasn't augmenting her boobs like Paige. Oh my god, when Paige and when Paige like she used magic to like get rid of the copy guys like zits. Paige was really using it and abusing it though. She dropped the Book of Shadows out the window. And then they tried to act like Piper was overreacting when she got so mad. I was like, Piper is not overreacting. Like, she dropped the Book of Shadows out the window. I would have blew up on her ass too. Like, bitch, have you lost your mind? When is she gonna go back to being first chair? Like, he fucking killed somebody for you to become first chair, bitch. Like, you better not squander this opportunity. Oh, okay, creepy. Door closed on its own. Bye. We're always here at the same time, Janice. What the hell? Oh, yeah, bitch, you're losing it, too. Just for you. I thought she may have gotten the business after the shooting. Wasn't there a boss or someone who worked there that died? I thought so, yeah. She looked like she was working there every day. I didn't know when I first saw it. I thought she just worked there. Never understood if she closed it, why were the pastries still there? How messed up would it be to walk to work and see that sign, right? Oh, you talk about rumor. She would know. That's the point. She feels guilty to use her power at all because she abused it. He really let her come alone and play cop because he likes her movies. She didn't even have to, I heard a rumor him. Oh, so the monkey knew too. So a lot of people knew that this little girl had powers and were in on the motherfucking cover up. American Horror Story is on Prime. Not sure if the latest season though. Definitely the latest season of American Horror Story is not available yet. It always takes a really long time. He put her in one of them sensory deprivation tanks type things. Like she's motherfucking 11 from Stranger Things. Bitch, you need to be calling a therapist. You don't need to be calling Leonard by his fake ass name. That's not his name. Don't you, like, don't you find it weird that he's not even there? And he didn't even tell you he was leaving? Anya was amazing. Don't get me started. And in the comics, I hear Xander gets with Dawn. Xander was all upset because Buffy was with Spike. Like, Xander, go on. You know, Xander acted like a real piece of shit when Buffy came back from the dead, too. The only person she could even stand to be around was fucking Spike. Buffy is so good, Vans. You should watch it. It used to be on Netflix, but I think they took it off. Be home before dawn. Phoebe was like, calm down, Piper. Right! They were acting like Piper I was like, Piper is not overreacting. The whole plot of season 4 of Charmed was Piper rightfully trying to convey the seriousness of them being witches to Paige, and Paige treating shit like shit was sweet, and Phoebe acting like Piper was overreacting when she definitely wasn't, because Paige was acting out like wildly. And Phoebe being, but I did like Phoebe being the middle sister, having to like negotiate when previously that was like Piper's role. But I never felt like Piper was wrong, though. I never felt like Piper was wrong. She's making like music magic. Phoebe was trash for that. It's obviously her. Phoebe was terrible after season 2. So selfish, so judgmental and hypocritical. Right, Gary. And then Paige, she takes the shit to her job trying to make copies of it. She was fucking wildin'. Exactly. She dropped the Book of Shadows out a fucking window. Number one, the Book of Shadows is like centuries old, bitch. Like, you might have dropped that shit out of a 3-story window because she was up in the attic, and the shit might have like broke when it hit the ground, and the pages might have like went everywhere. The binding might have got fucked up. Like, you don't even know like how the magic even works. Once you get it outside of the house, it might disintegrate or something. Like, you just have no idea, right? She dropped the shit out the window and then was trying to make motherfucking copies of it on a Xerox machine. Like, bitch, what is wrong with you? Oh my goodness. Listen, Saddle and Paige, Rumor has been trying to help you for about 5 episodes now. You need to get the fuck over yourself. Seriously. Cole tried to give up his powers as the source, but Phoebe stopped him. Then she turned around and was like, you were never good. You were always evil. Yes, Phoebe had a run where she was acting like motherfucking Lori Grimes from fucking The Walking Dead. When she's putting niggas in a horrible position and then acting like she didn't play no part in it. Why she's gonna get mad at them because they were in his house. She's gonna be like, what were you guys doing in Leonard's house? Oh, you were following him? Meanwhile, she should be putting all this aggression towards Leonard, aka White Harold Jenkins. I'm more forgiving to Paige in the beginning because her birth family put her up for adoption. Then years later, they find and force her back into the family by giving her a magical target. But even that was Phoebe. Like, Phoebe was, like, pressing the shit out of fucking Paige. Piper was just trying to, like, mourn Prue and, like, figure shit out. Phoebe was, like, pressing the shit out of Paige. Like, you're one of us. You're one of us. Even, Phoebe was even the one that was, like, pressing Paige to, like, move into the house. Like, Phoebe was, like, causing a lot of drama. And, like, everybody was trying to act like it was Piper. And I was like, no, it is not Piper. Phoebe needs to fall back. And I like Phoebe. I like all the sisters. I like Paige. I like season 4. It's just like Phoebe was pressing too hard and Paige was wilding out. I knew they were going to use rumor to, like, make her forget. That was some good fucking TV. Listen to your sister, Kitty Pryde. Yes, hi, Alexia. We're watching it. Lori Grimes. I never even thought about Lori, but major facts. Listen, the storyline of the love triangle between Shane, Lori, and Rick. I was like, Lori has to go. When they killed her, even though the way that they killed her was fucked up. But I was like, she has to go. Number 1, when she thought Rick was dead, she started fucking Shane. I don't know. Maybe this is like a common thing that bitches' husbands die and they start fucking their husband's best friend. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I knew they had to use her to get Allison to forget. So Rumor did know the whole time. I was like, Rumor had to have known. Yo, there was mad people in on it. This is a motherfucking family secret. This is a Spellman family secret. Solve the family secret, face ass. All of them were in on it. The monkey knew. Rumor knew. The robot nanny knew. The dad. A lot of people knew. It's fucked up. I knew she had to know. As soon as they showed that she had powers and she was that old, I was like, they had to have used Rumor to, like, get her to forget. No, I'm not blaming Rumor. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people were in on it. Well, she forgot. And here goes Ellen Page jumping to the wrong conclusion. Sad Ellen Page. You just took this information and went all the way left yet again. I'm tired of this girl, y'all. I'm tired of this girl. How does she keep making the wrong decision? Like, consistently. Like, it's like door A, door B. She's just like, like, she just keeps going through the wrong motherfucking door. She just keeps going through the wrong door again. Right. She's mad at her sister when really it's her dad she needs to be mad at. Here she go with her tantrum. The father's dead, so she's lashing out at her sister. She really does go left on everything. She is jumping like Destiny's Child. If I was Rumor, I'd be like, how about you need to fucking relax, bitch? Because if I wanted to, I would rumor your ass again. Which is probably what she's about to do. Oh shit. I knew she was gonna do it. I knew she was gonna do it. No, it's not. She did mean to. Look at him laughing. Wrong choice, Allison. I mean, Allison. Wrong choice, Vanya. Wrong choices. Always making the wrong choices. No, I knew, Just Nickel. I knew that she was gonna rumor her. I knew she was going to. That's why I was like, she better stop before Rumor tried to use her powers and make her forget again. Which is exactly what she tried to do. I knew she was gonna do it. She's always making the wrong choices. Oh, and he fucking killed the dude that woke up in the fucking hospital. And Luther did say, like, y'all shouldn't have let Allison go by herself and you should have led with that, which is also absolutely 100% true. Phoebe was like, calm down. Piper was like, no. Creepy guy Jenkins. She's still alive. She's blinking. Call the police. Call 911. She's really having a breakdown because White Jenkins left. Like, girl, calm down. Xander was a judgy little ass. Buffy's now on Hulu. She could only ever stand to be around Spike. Prue is your favorite. I'd rather be around Spike than Xander. Shannon Doherty can definitely act her ass off, for sure. Phoebe wasn't the baby anymore. One of the salty... It just went off. One of the saltiest things on TV I ever saw was when Buffy was in heaven and they all thought she was in a demon type of hell. So they pulled her ass out back to Earth. I was hurt for Buffy. That's my favorite episode of Buffy. Once More with Feeling, the musical episode where she like reveals that she was in heaven and they fucking selfishly pulled her out because they couldn't move on and they didn't know what to do. And Willow was like, I can bring her back. And Tara didn't think that they should do it. She thought it wasn't right. But of course she got bitch ass Xander to motherfucking go along with it. And Spike voted no also. And Spike was furious when he found out that they brought her back. And he said, I know the reason that y'all didn't tell me that you were bringing her back is because you knew I would never allow it. Which was absolutely correct. That was when you first started really seeing how selfish Xander and Willow, like, really, truly were. Like, and that's when you first started realizing that Willow was getting really out of control with her use of magic. That was, like, horrible. Paige's parents episode had me in tears. When you found out that she survived the fucking car accident by using her powers was some good writing. I really stopped liking Phoebe after Cole was gone. Piper was understandably trying to cope with Prude's death, who just died, and Phoebe was like, oh well, on to the next. And I wonder if a part of that was because of, like, that writing, that storyline was, like, the drama that was happening in real life. It wasn't Phoebe. Oh, look, Kyrie, you just said, and I just got to your comment, it wasn't Phoebe, it was Alyssa Milano who pushed the Make Paige My Sister agenda. Holly Marie Combs was like, Prue is the head witch in charge, period. Piper's expert acting of Piper crying over Prue was channeled by the actress mourning the loss of her best friend on the show. Yeah. Lori was messing with Shane after Shane told her that Rick was dead. It was during the zombie apocalypse. I don't blame her as much as other people. Yeah. But what I do blame Lori for was that I think Shane really I know that there's like fan theories and stuff that like Shane knew that Rick was still alive and he like locked him in the hospital and like left him there to like die. But I personally think that like I think Shane really thought that Rick was dead, like for real. But what I blame Lori for, I mean, me personally, not to like whatever, like obviously she was like looking for comfort and whatever. I just like wouldn't feel comfortable like fucking my husband's best friend. I don't know, it's weird. And her kid was there, and like I'm sure, and like her kid knew both of them. I just think it'd be very confused. It would be too confusing, and like the zombie apocalypse is already going on. Like we need like less confusion, not more. And so, but then what happened was like after like Rick came back, she didn't tell Rick right away. She just deaded Shane and tried to act like everything was fine, and Rick didn't know. And Shane was like, what the fuck, like we have to tell him. And then when she like turned up pregnant and she didn't know if it was Rick's baby or Shane's baby, and Shane was like, you know that could be like my kid, like we have to like tell Rick. And she was like, no, we're not going to tell him, because even if the baby's yours, it's not yours, like Rick is back. I was just like, Lori, you're making it worse with all these lies. Like, he's back, you're gonna have to tell him at some point. Like, and then Shane started like losing it because he like couldn't deal with all like the lying and like all the emotional like turmoil and like everything. And then he attacked Rick, and Rick had to kill Shane, which was horrible for Rick because that was his best friend. And then Lori turned around and blamed Rick and acted like Rick crossed the line. I was like, no, bitch, no. This whole situation started because you couldn't fess up to what you did, right? And it drove Shane over the edge. And then Shane attacked Rick, and Rick defended himself. And now you blaming Rick? No. Lori was a whole mess. Also, if that's his child, that's horrible to deny a person the right to be a parent to their child. Right. And if Lori could have had her way, she would have never told Rick. So even after she had the baby, even after Rick is like raising the second baby, and they just all living in the fucking community themselves with Shane knowing that could possibly be his child, because him and Lori had a relationship, and she was just prepared to just like never tell Rick and like force Shane to be in on the lie. I would have snitched on her ass the minute Rick came back. I would have snitched. But Shane was trying to like do the right thing and go along with her wishes. Couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. I would have been like, well, bitch, I'm telling Rick tomorrow, and we just gonna have to deal with the consequences of what we did. Because I can't keep living this lie for the rest of my life. I'm already running from zombies, bitch. You can't ask me to live a lie for the rest of my life when I might die tomorrow. Sorry, like I can't have that on my conscience. And that shit was eating him up inside. Like it ate away, it ate Shane up inside. Oh yeah, you talking about Vanya blaming Rumor. Yeah, that was horrible. Other people knew, including the monkey. What is that on the page gonna do when she finds out her boyfriend knew too? She really does go left on everything. Ellen Page on her Carrie shit. She's jealous of her sister. She gonna turn this... Right, Brooke! She gonna turn this into a jealousy thing, girl. Ain't nobody jealous of you. I was like, watching that shit like, sad Ellen Page, like, why do you always go left? Like, you should have been got therapy, sis. Like, and Rumor was sitting there like, bitch, what? Girl, ain't nobody jealous of you. I'm telling you that your boyfriend is a murderer going under a fake name. And you talk about some jealousy. What are you talking about? You're just mad I'm special. No, girl, that's not the point. Fucking Jean Grey. Yeah, that was a lot. I would have left when Vanya said go. She probably didn't think that Sad Ellen Page would do that. Look at the smile on his face. He was smiling. He's making her leave her sister. She looked right at him. Oh, you've been waiting for me to get to this episode? Oh, I got to it. I'm glad we're doing the double feature next week so we can finish. You just slashed your sister's throat, about to run off with a murderer. She left her sister on the floor bleeding. Girl, get a grip. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if they show the next one. All the brothers are there. They're not putting no pressure on the Wood or nothing. Yeah, you have to watch the show, Vans. Her own sister left her to die. I would have killed him for trying to make me leave when I could save her. No, we're not watching next. Next week, we're doing 9 and 10 double feature. Once More with Feeling is so good. I love that moment when she's saying the truth of her being in heaven. The writing was so good. The writing was great on that episode. It's super messed up that she was in heaven. They pulled her out and then she woke up in a coffin in the ground. And then Buffy had to she had to punch her way out of the coffin because they didn't even dig the bitch up. She had to fucking punch her way out of the coffin and dig her way, climb out of her own grave. Wrong choices. The Scooby Gang was making all the wrong choices, just like Sad Ellen Page. Then when she came back, they were like, what's wrong with her hands? And Spike, of all people, ended up being the moral fucking center point of the show. Talking about I know what's wrong with her hands. That's what happens when you have to dig your way out of your own grave. And he was the only one that knew how to fucking take care of her because the rest of them were just so selfish with their own selfish, we need Buffy back, we don't know what to do. Wrong choice, gang. I think I was in heaven. That was my shit. And then Spike, you have to go on living. So one of us is living. So here's my refrain. Had to dig herself out, Kill Bill style. They had become codependent on Buffy and she gave them purpose. That was a brilliant episode and some inspired songwriting. When you think you have power over death, it's easier to slip into a power trip. Agreed. We should drink every time Klaus does something funny or goofy, or every time Sad Ellen Page does something stupid. Yes, because next week is gonna be Booze Bake. Okay, that's what it'll be. Rachel Curtin girl. Anytime Klaus does something great, we'll take a shot, and anytime Sad Ellen Page does something dumb, we'll take a shot. We finna be drunk. Alyssa was the bigger star, so they kept her around even though Phoebe was the weakest one. Remember that episode when Piper became a Fury and got super mad at Prue for dying? Yeah. I felt like Piper had the best storylines after. It's funny because they got rid of Prue so that Phoebe could be like the main. But Piper had all the best storylines in like the second half of the show. We don't see any evidence of Shane being aware that Rick was alive from the start. That would be weird for me too. Just pick a stranger. I feel like it would be disrespectful. When Paige took him to the cemetery and she started crying about Prue's death, I lost it. When Piper was trying to teach Paige about potions and Paige wasn't taking the potion shit seriously, and then like Paige and Phoebe like swap bodies or whatever, I really liked that episode too. I was like, y'all are acting like Piper's tripping, but she's really not tripping. But Paige was like the youngest and she didn't really know. But I was just like, y'all need to stop trying to act like Piper is tripping because she's not. If that was Shane's child, it was horrible to deny a person the right to be a parent to their child. Lori was a mess. She was ready to live a lie. And then Carl saw Rick kill Shane. Yes! That was also what made me mad, was that they was putting Carl through so much. Like, they was putting Carl through a lot because the adults couldn't get their shit together. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I would have took all them birth control pills. I'm not having a kid in a zombie apocalypse. And that's why, let me also say, and that is why Carl got so attached to fucking Michonne. Because Michonne was like a mother previously, and Michonne was the only person that was like, we have to do what's like best for this kid. Come on, y'all. I was saddened for Lori's death, even though I had hella wanted it. The actual death scene was sad as fuck. She never even got to see her baby. It was very sad. And I was also sad. I was sad when they killed Lori. I was like, damn, I wanted the bitch to die, but not like this. And I felt the same way about fucking Andrea, when the way that they killed her. I was like, damn, I wanted the bitch to die, but not like this. Like, the governor killed her in the most horrible way. He, like, fucking chained her to the wall and put her in the fucking room with her friend that he had, like, stabbed, so the dude was dying, like, slowly. And then when he died, he like turned into a zombie and fucking killed her. I was like, that's a horrible way to die. Like, I didn't want the bitch to go out like that. Jeez. They shot on Andrea too. They made her look so dumb. She was another one. Like, Michonne was like, the governor's evil. The governor's evil. The governor's evil. The governor's evil. She was acting like Sad Ellen Page. No. I'm sure there's a reason. Bitch, he has his zombie daughter fucking in the closet. What could the reason be? What could the reason be? Exactly what sense does it make to bring a baby into this? I'm not having babies in the zombie apocalypse. Lori probably would have killed Shane to keep him quiet. Like, you could get ate the fuck up and you wouldn't be lying, girl. Bye. Right? I was like, Lori, you're doing too much. You're doing too much because Rick came back and you can't tell him what happened. Mm-mm. And then he found out anyway and was like, it doesn't matter. Judith is mine either way. It doesn't matter. Bitch! All this drama because of a lie. That's how it really be when you lie. That's how it really be when you lie. Sad Ellen Page is jealous of Rumor. Rumor is the most normal of the bunch. Yeah, Shane did lose it. When Lori threw up those Plan B pills after Glenn risked his life to get them for her. What the fuck, Lori? Yeah, Lori was very selfish. She was very selfish. Rumor had to have been going in therapy to deal with all this. Bless her. Creepy Jenkins was smiling because he knew this would make Vanya get closer to him. Waking up in a coffin. Yes, Buffy literally woke up in a coffin and had to like fight her way out and then like claw her way. It was Kill Bill style, and Spike was the only one that knew what happened. She had to pull a Kill Bill Pai Mei. Give me something to sing about. Buffy was so traumatized. That's why she got in the relationship with Spike. I hated Buffy and Spike as a couple, but he was absolutely right about the botched resurrection and the Scooby failures. And they already knew better than to try to do it, because when the mom died, which is my second favorite episode after Once More with Feeling, the body is my second favorite episode when the mom died. When the mom died, they tried to bring her back, and she came back all fucked up, even though they never showed her. But like the part where they show her walking past the window when Buffy's arguing with Dawn is creepy as fuck. She was definitely a zombie that would have tried to kill them, right? And so they already knew that like bringing somebody back can go horribly wrong, and they tried to do it with fucking. They did it with Buffy anyway. That was when you really knew. You were like, oh, Willow really thinks she's that motherfucking bitch. Like, she thinks that she's one of the charm ones. She needs to relax. Because they knew. They already knew, and they did it anyway. And imagine if they had brought back, like, a zombie fucking slayer that they couldn't kill because she was, like, too strong. That was, like, purely selfish reasons. Purely selfish reasons. Every time Ellen Page's character does something stupid, we'll be hospitalized for alcohol poisoning. Piper was an acting asshole when her sister died. She would cry. I felt that. I've seen the whole series, and if those are the criteria, the last 2 episodes gonna have everybody pissed drunk. Everyone hated Phoebe, who was only saved by Alyssa being hot, a good actress, and great with comedy. Phoebe's writing was terrible. Her development was horrible. Carl never stayed his ass where he was supposed to be. Buffy told Spike, I was in heaven, it was warm and nice, I knew everyone I loved was okay, and now I'm back and everything is cold and hard. My heart broke for Buffy. But like even the writing of that, like Joss Whedon can write. Like, I hate his ass, but he can write. Because like because you know the whole symbolism of Buffy, of like high school hell, is like all the demons and like all that stuff is like metaphors for like high school and like teenage years and like growing up and the things that you go through. And then when they killed Buffy and like decided to like resurrect her, that's supposed to represent like the death of childhood and like crossing over into like adulthood, and how like everything sucks and is horrible. And that was also why like her mom died, because like Joyce was also like a symbol of like her childhood. And even like after Buffy comes back, like she has to get a job, she has to like work at the fucking hot dog place. You know, all these things have like all this like deeper meaning and this like deeper symbolism, but still it was fucked up. My favorite episodes, my top 3 episodes were number 1, Once More with Feeling, number 2, The Body, and then number 3, Hush. Those are my 3 favorite episodes of Buffy. Amazing writing, quality television. Some of the best television ever. Great writing. Just like the symbolism and like the meaning behind like the things that they were writing and the situations they were putting them in were very true to real life, even though it's like fantastical supernatural shit. Even then, Buffy was still worried about their feelings. She told Spike, "Don't tell them, they can't know," because she knew they'd feel guilty. Phoebe with the short hair was bae. I like Phoebe. I never had a problem with Phoebe, but I do think her storylines and her writing, her development got like off. But I like Piper the best. I always liked Piper the best, and I felt like Piper had the best storylines. Andrea was such a badass in the comics. She didn't do any of the dumb shit she did in the show. Bye, Ori. When I get to the end of the comments, I'm gonna close out. Forget the zombie daughter. The governor had all them zombie heads in jars, still moving and twitching. What the fuck? Yeah. And then Andrea was like, I just wanted everyone to come together and everything to work out. She was so naive. Mature adult Zoom. Thank God she had superpowers, or it would have been harder for Buffy to get out of that coffin. The body was epic and so very sad. Sarah Michelle's acting was amazing. Yes, and so was Anya. Anya was amazing. Her whole monologue when she was like asking all this stuff about the body, and everybody was like, oh my God, like you can't say that. And she was like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, Joyce was my friend, and now she's just gone. It's stupid. I don't get it. Like, she like freaked out. And she was like, and no one will tell me why. You guys are saying I can't talk about it. That was such a great episode. And then Buffy broke down and the mom knocked. And Buffy turned and said, Mommy. Yep. And she like ran to open the door and Dawn ripped the paper. And when she opened the door, nobody was standing there. Oh, my heart broke. I was like, y'all really like... I was like, Buffy should just run away and never come back and leave all of y'all. Or maybe like take Dawn with her and be out and just leave y'all. Because y'all are just putting this poor woman through hell. Her reaction broke my whole heart when Dawn was trying to bring their mom back. Now I can see how she might be the heart of the group. She was so desperate. Whedon can definitely write. I hate him, but his talent is undeniable. Right, exactly, Kyrie. Like, he ain't right, but the art is good. Buffy died so many times, too. Yeah. Anya was immortal for centuries. She probably forgot about death. And when Tara was talking to Buffy about death and mothers, when Buffy said, Mommy, I was in tears. Bye, Alexia. But even that, I feel like that was too far, Brooke. I feel like that was too far. And I kind of got the feeling that that writing was meant to, number one, I felt like they were using that as a plot. I think they knew that they wanted Spike and Buffy to end up together, and they were trying to use that as a plot device to give Spike like a redemption arc, which is what they eventually end up doing. But I think they definitely took it too far. They took it way too far, and I hate that Joss wrote that story arc. I hate rape as a plot device. I hate it so much. Like, he could have thought of something else. That was very cheap, lazy writing to me. And I also think that, like, he wanted Xander to be, like, a good guy, a better guy. So he was, like, he would write things for, like, the other male characters to do that would be, like, super horrible to try to make Xander seem good. Because, like, Xander was his representation. Like, he had a weird blind spot. Bye, Real Trini. I'm gonna go, too. I just got to the bottom. After that, the actor put it in his contract to never do scenes like that ever again. And James Marsters, who I love, he's a great actor. He's a great actor. Yeah, like, there was a lot of, exactly, like, Angel's Prophecy, and, like, there was a lot of, I feel like Joss, because people hated Xander, and they made it very, like, known that they didn't like Xander. Right, it felt so out of character for Spike, exactly. It felt so out of character, like, again, I feel like Joss was, like, writing stuff to try to make Xander seem like a good guy because people hated Xander, and Xander was, like, a representation of himself. So he was like, there was even things that he made Oz do that I was like, Oz would like, Oz was a sweetheart. Like, he would never, certain things that he would never, I knew he would never do. And I was like, Josh just wants Xander to look like the good guy in this scene. And the fact that, like, Xander even still seemed like a motherfucking slime ball compared to, like, Spike even after that. I was like, no, Xander just sucks. Stop putting your other fucking characters in these shitty ass predicaments that are completely out of character and make no sense and are just plot devices to try to like prop up the character that represents you. We know it represents you. Like, stop, Joss. Yes, exactly, Raise You Kratom Girl. The stuff with Tara, where when Oz comes back and he smells Tara and he's like, you smell like Willow. Willow's all over you. And it's like he's gonna attack her. I was like, Oz is like, what? No, stop it. Spike did some horrible, evil things in his life, but he was never a rapist. Yeah. And even when they show more of, like, the past, because I've seen some of Angel, even when they show, like, more of the past, it was almost like all of them had this, like, attitude, like, as if that type of thing was even, like, beneath them. Like, they kill people, and they love sex and carnage, but they don't force people. It seemed like, right, Angel was, but not like Spike. Spike had this, like, disdain, like, no. Totally out of character for Oz. He was always chill. Totally. Joss was writing, especially towards the end, Joss was just writing stuff. I was like, all right, these not even the same characters anymore. Like, they didn't kick Buffy out of her house. That would never happen. He has characters coming back that we haven't seen in years just to have them act in ways that we have never seen them act before in life. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I just, like, in my mind, it never happened. I just, like, erased it from the canon. Like, in my mind, that stuff never happened. So, that whole Spike, like, rape storyline in my mind, I erased. Them kicking Buffy out of her house, I erased. The death of Anya never happened in my mind. A lot of things never happened in my mind. Like, Yes, they kicked Buffy out of her house. I was like, what? Even if Willow really lost her mind to the point where she thought she could kick Buffy out of Buffy's own house, I was like, Dawn would never allow it. Dawn would never go along with it. And Dawn would definitely not keep living there with Willow and all the other little bullshit slayers while Buffy is like out damn near on the streets and having to go live with Spike in the crypt. I was like, now this writing is, I don't know what this is. I was like, this is, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that was even supposed to be. Like, I was like, I don't know who wrote this. I don't know what type of psychotropic drugs they were on. I don't know. It was like bad fan fiction. Someone tried to say it's because Oz was a werewolf and his animal instincts kicked in since Willow was his mate. I never bought it. No, I didn't buy that either. It had already been years that had passed by. And Oz, even when Oz first became a werewolf, which is when the werewolves have like the least amount of control over their powers, he was still Oz. No, that was some BS. Drew was a tragic villain. When they had everyone turn on Buffy, they put Faith's crazy ass in charge. I was hot. Yeah, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Yes, go live with Spike in a crypt. I was like, Dawn would never allow this. And I even feel like even the actors knew that it was some BS. They was just like going through the motions like, this is what they wrote. So this is what we have to do. Hi, Chow. I'm about to go though. And in the end, Buffy came back like I told y'all. So yeah, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. So next week, last 2 episodes of Umbrella Academy, 9 and 10. It's the last Sunday of the month, so it will also be a booze bake. We will be drinking every time Saddle and Paige does something stupid, and every time Klaus does something great. We might be drunk. We'll see how it goes. Booze bake. So I'll see you guys next week. Same time. Same place. Yes, I know, you missed it. Come, but we'll be back next week, Chow. Yeah. So we'll see you next week. And we'll be on for longer because it's the double feature next week. And then after that is October. Yay! Yeah, booze bake. So if y'all want to drink, have your booze and stuff. See you guys next week. Bye. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. EST. Yep. See you guys.